I am over the moon excited to deliver this information to you guys. And truthfully, if you've been watching me, watching my story, watching how I live my life, like this embodies so much of how I've created so much of my life. Level 10 pinch me life, incredible relationship, highly abundant businesses, like, and it's just time, like such a God nudge that it's time. It's time to share this information. It's time to just allow God to speak through me, and to hopefully you leave this feeling inspired that you too can create the same thing. I think that, hi Caitlin, I think that something that I love about the mentors that I surround myself with is there's a heartbeat, there's a pulse of, if they can do this, I can do this, right? There's no like, oh, she has something special about her and I could never create what she's created, right? Like we all are unique and special in our own right, but there's something that when you get close, when you're in proximity to people who are living big, bold lives, they're making bold moves, and you're looking at that like, I just want to know how. Like, just tell me how you're doing this. That's what I hope to deliver to you guys today. So, oh, hey girl. Hey Cal. You're not late, Barb. I'm just kind of riffing, hanging out, jamming with people as people are coming in. There's over 200 of you guys hanging out in here. So I just wanted to make sure that the space was opened before we actually got started. So Lisa, hi babe. So happy to have you guys here. Hey Holly, thanks for tuning in. Melissa, hi sis. This is a moment. And I will tell you guys that if you have been following me for a while, like I can completely riff with you guys. This content though, this is a very specific way of understanding how your mind works, how your body works, understanding really critical pieces of the way you get to quantum leap, the way you get to calibrate towards whatever you're looking for, whatever that desire is. And so I am for sure going to be tapping into some notes with you guys, just because I don't want you guys to miss anything. Mary Lou, new digs. This is just part of our second property. So hi, Annie. Brittany, so glad you're here. Victoria, so thankful that you're here. Yeah. All right, guys, we are at the top of the hour. So Megan, love you, girl. Okay, we're going to get started. So let me just scooch you down a scotch. So I know a lot of you guys are new here. It is humbling and mind-boggling how many people I've seen register for this event that I have never seen in my world before. So for those of you guys who have been in my world for a while, just thank you. Thank you for being here, for trusting me, for continuing on this path, this journey of life together with me. For those of you who are new, who you're like, who is this chick? And she has an energy that I like, but you may not know a lot about me. I'm gonna dive deep into a little bit about me, okay? So I'm a 7-figure business leader, mentor, and coach. I've worked with high earners, business owners, and all the way from like high earning business owners to women just starting their dreams, solopreneurs, and truly like women leaders who are leading global organizations. And you know what's crazy? They all have one thing in common. Literally, their greatest hurdle is themselves. How many of you guys feel that? How many of you guys feel that like, that's me? Like, because that's me. My greatest hurdle in my life is myself. So my expertise, my mission centers on how to access that inner power and how to create a dream life with tangible, mind-blowingly easy processes. And so I share a common struggle to make their deepest goals tangible, consistent, and to overcome internal barriers to massive success that always seems just out of reach. How many of you guys feel that in your soul? You know, a quick burst of success is one thing, right? Like we've all had those moments where we're like, yeah, I did that. But consistently manifesting massive abundance in all areas of your life is completely another thing. And I've discovered that I have an unmistakable ability to help people tap into their own brilliant light and to manifest true change in their life. So I have dedicated myself to doing just that. So I teach women in all industries how to connect more fully to themselves, how to trust their inner spark to make big, bold moves with confidence. I empower thousands of women to create 5, 6, and 7-figure businesses by getting clarity on their true desire. I have lit a path of what is possible for them to truly develop the relationship of their dreams, to live an abundant life, and to live what I call the level 10 pinch me life. So our work together always involves the intangible, but the outcomes are incredibly tangible and lead to a meaningful life. So at the heart of who I am, I help people see their greatness. I see their potential through coaching, plus powerful masterclasses like this, and course experiences. I help them discover their inner spark of desire for what they wanted and the highest and best version of themselves. I provide clarity, incredible tools, and simple processes that illuminate the path to claiming it now. So if pursuing your deepest desires with purpose, with more clients, with more customers, more abundance, deeper relationships, more meaningful relationships with friends is an energy that your soul is like, give me that. Then you calibrate it to the right place. Perfectly timed at this exact moment in your life. So I will say, I feel extremely blessed and honored that literally over 2,000 of you have said yes to sitting with me today, allowing me to pull back the veil on the stepping stones that have brought me to this exact moment. So let's start from the beginning. Okay, I'm just reading through the comments, making sure if for any reason, y'all, I freeze, just refresh your screen. It should be fine. You can always pop out and pop back in too, okay? So my intention with this masterclass is for you to walk away with very specific tools to recognize how to create your own safety, that you get to create your own safety, that you get to trust yourself and you get to take inspired action behind the sparks that you receive in your life. So really important. If you're driving, don't do this, but if you're not driving, close your eyes. Truthfully, like we're sitting together, close your eyes. I want you to imagine that you're camping. Yes, we're camping. I know. Some of you guys are like, okay, Keeli. But I want you guys to imagine that we're camping in one of the most beautiful forests. As you glance around, you see the grandeur of the trees. Some of them are standing 50, 70, 80 feet tall. You can energetically feel the wisdom from these trees. As you know, they have been here for decades upon decades. You can smell the grounding aroma of the fresh pine as the breeze catches it just right. You notice the sun flares beaming through the pines and kissing your skin just so perfectly. You can still smell the reminiscence of last night's campfire smoke and smile, thinking of the sticky s'mores and late night heart conversations. You hear the stream running into the lake in the far off distance and can almost feel the cool water on your dusty skin, knowing that's where you're heading soon. You hear your kids off playing in the distance, knowing in your heart and in your soul that nature is where your family is at peace. You glance over and you see a movement that wasn't there before. You look closer and you see a massive brown bear with 2 bear clubs that are heading straight into your camp. You freeze, and time slows to a crawl. Seconds feel like hours. You notice every detail of this threat. The way her fur looks coarse and hard, the deep scar over her nose, the sound of her grunt with every move, the way her massive claws penetrate into the ground with each step. You see her eyes focus on your kids as they laugh and play naively to the threat. You see her lips pull back in a snarl, and you feel your body fire into fight or flight. Your eyes dart to your kids, knowing you have seconds to make split decisions that will keep you and your children safe. You start running all the scenarios through your mind. How do I get my kids to safety? How do I move without startling the bear? How many seconds do I have before my whole life can change? You feel it. Do you feel it? The paralyzing fear, the pulsing panic in your gut. The rapid fire hits you. The rapid fire of fear hits you without a second thought, and your nervous system does what it does best. It calibrates to any perceived threat, dumping massive amounts of cortisol and stress into your veins. But dare I ask you the most important question? Where did the scenery go? Where is that beautiful stream, the mountains, the smell of the pine, the beauty of nature, the sunshine, the fun? Where did it all go? Was there any awareness outside of this threat? As you open your eyes, I want you to type in the comments one word that describes the feeling that you had. I will tell you, as a parent, there is nothing worse than feeling that imminent threat towards your children. Fear, dread, dark, fear, scared, terror, scared, all-consuming, terrified, paralyzed, lost, disassociation, empty, panic, horrified, nauseous, terrified. Do you understand that this is what happens when we drop into fight or flight? But I want you to pull back another layer with me. What if the bear isn't real? What if the bear isn't real? What does that even mean? It's not real. Imagine the same scenario. You're seeing the same angry, protective bear thumping towards your kids. Then in a glimmer of light, you see through it. And you see it for what it truly is. A hologram or a projection. But in that moment, you recognize that that bear isn't real. That projection of the bear comes from a part of us called our ego. Now we'll be talking a lot more about the ego, but for now, I want you to understand some key components of what your ego is and why it's a brilliant tool to use for your expansion and growth. The ego is the part of your brain that holds your identity. It operates from your experiences and what your belief system is. This is why you have your own set of criteria that tells you what is safe or what it views as uncomfortable or posing a threat. The one main goal of your ego is to constantly scan for perceived threats, both real and perceived, to keep us safe. So what if you have been trained your whole life to be laser focused on keeping yourself safe from a fictitious bear? So you have missed massive opportunities to focus on the beauty, the expansiveness, the deep creative desires in your life. What if you were able to start to recognize when you are letting your ego make key decisions in your life? I want you to think about your life and the areas of your life that you desire to be different. Maybe it's your relationship. Maybe it's your health. Maybe it's your business. Maybe it's the way you show up. Maybe it's the way you hold your word. All of these aspects of your life, the ego can grab a hold of and keep you playing small, right? Your success, an abundant amount of money, an intimate, connected, loving relationship, to feel strong and healthy in your body, a community filled with supportive friends. How many times will you allow the holographic bear in your life to distract you from fully stepping into your God-given desired life? Your brain is one of the most expansive and limitless tools you have, but it is wired to protect you through your ego. The ego is constantly scanning for the perceived bear in every aspect of your life. And 99% of the time, you guys, the bear is not even real. The bear isn't real. I want you to write that down. The bear isn't real. There truly is I could do a whole series for you guys on understanding why the bear isn't real and understanding how the bear appearing is actually one of the most incredible gifts and teachers in your life. I promise you, I will do a deep dive on this topic in the near future. So if you stay in my world, you will have a complete understanding of this that will blow your mind. So you're standing at a crossroads with a spark to create something bigger in your life and a bear staring you down. And this is where we get to talk about the spark. So I want to share with you guys a personal story. About 10 years ago, I was working at a corporate job. I was your typical overachieving, hardworking dream employee who was quite proud of my prestigious title in my corner office. I remember the smell of the office when I would walk through the doors. I remember the sound of my computer every morning when I would boot it up. I remember the view out my window to mountains, thinking I should feel really proud of where I'm at. But I was holding a secret. Because even though I was physically there with a smile on my face, I was actually completely empty, intellectually numb, bored out of my damn mind, to be honest. And felt extremely stuck because all I knew at the time was exchanging my time for money, being an employee, trusting someone else's vision. It's what you get your college degree and you go and work for somebody. That was the path that I knew. I could do my job with my eyes closed and still maintain the perception that I was the go-to girl for all the things. Meanwhile, my soul was screaming at me. Please tell me that there's something else. Please tell me that there's something better than this, something that excites us, something that lights the passion and the purpose inside of us. Please. I paused in that moment and I brought God and my angels and my source into the conversation. And I asked for guidance, for something to make me feel alive again professionally. Just guide me, God. Keep my eyes and my heart open. And days turned into weeks. And then I purchased a product to keep my new baby healthy. And as a natural skeptic, I was truly hoping that this product would do what they claimed it would. But I was actually completely okay with being underwhelmed, which was such a reflection of my mindset back then. So I used this product and I was completely blown away, like life-changing blown away. And then the spark hit Lean in, I heard. Lean into this business model. Lean into entrepreneurship. Take the first step. But my ego, the bear, was so quick to recoil. You have a college degree. Why would you stray from the corporate path? No one is truly successful at network marketing. When will you have time to do this? You work full time, have a new baby, and your husband is gone for 12 hours a day. People will judge you. Do you really want to be that girl who's always selling something? Your ego will be quick to operate from your own beliefs, judgments, and traumas. I'm going to repeat that. Your ego will be quick to operate from your own beliefs, judgments, and traumas. But your spark shows up because these things are ready to be healed. So my heart pulled me back in and whispered, but what if? What if this works? What if I'm really good at this? What if this is the answer to my desire to feel passionate about what I'm doing professionally again? What if I stopped caring so much about what other people say and started caring more about how I feel? So eyes on God, I leaned in. And that one decision catapulted me into creating a multiple 7-figure business, reignited my passion in my soul, and illuminated a path of self-development and discovery that has brought me here today, just by following that one spark. So what is an actual spark? A spark is actually unique to you as your fingerprint. It's yours and yours alone. It's a fragment of your higher power within you. It's the creative force that circulates in your very being. It's the part of your soul that's here to guide you with expansion and evolution, given to you from the moment you were born because of your connection to your higher power. The very purpose of your sparks is to create conscious expansion, experiences, life, love, beauty, passion, and abundance in all areas of your life. When you start to tune into it, you can hear it, see it, you can feel it. The actions that come from this energy drives creation in your life. This also means that you're not alone on this journey. Which if you've ever felt that energy of like, I have to figure this out. I'm so lost. I don't know what to do. I wish I could just find the answer. I want you to remember that you are actually never alone in your journey. You're not placed in this world to figure it out and hope to live an abundant life. You have a brilliant internal GPS that, when understood, can create a level 10 pinch me life in all areas of your life. So, how do you know when you're actually feeling a spark? A spark is a flash of clarity, an illumination on a dark path to the next step to take. It's an inspiration of an idea that was not from your own mind. Put a comment in the comment if you felt this in your life. It's always from a place of light and love and expansion, and it happens at the perfect divine timing. And it's the catalyst that, when embraced with committed action, can and will move mountains in your life. Now, this is very different than what I call an ego flare. So an ego flare comes from an externalized energy, okay? You can tell when you're in an ego flare because the desire is cold. It's rooted from lack or judgment or scarcity or past traumas, limiting beliefs. You can almost feel the backward tether holding you back, and it makes everything you're trying to create hard, right? This is often the result. This often results, like an ego flare often results in imposter syndrome. self-sabotage, things falling flat, even though you're following a system or a process to a T, right? It's because you are externalizing what you want to create. Okay, so I want you to think about when you felt a spark and an ego flare in your life. Can you energetically feel the difference between the two? Can you feel the expansiveness of a spark through your body? Can you feel the confusion and stagnant energy of an ego flare? This is really important because tuning into these and starting to pay attention to how you feel in your body is key to actually embodying this practice. So how do you actually tune in or ask for a spark, right? So many of us are like, okay, I'm ready. Give me my sparks. I'm ready, God. Like, I'm wide open. Give me all the sparks. Tell me what to create. Tell me where to show up, right? So sparks hit at any point in your life. This is the coolest part, okay? So any time of day, anywhere, you can literally be like driving in your car. How many of you guys have had that happen to you, right? Where you're driving in your car and all of a sudden you get this idea and you're like, I have no clue where that came from, but that is brilliant, right? So this can happen anywhere. There is a level of unexpected clarity that comes with them, right? Whether it's a pivot in your business, whether it's calling that friend. How many times have you had that nudge where you're like, oh, I should call that friend? And you're like, I have no clue why, because I haven't talked to them in years or months, right? Right? Yeah, Morgan said, my car is my idea machine, right? Okay, so while a spark may seem unpredictable, there are things you can do to receive them more frequently. And I'm going to walk you guys through what I do, because this has worked for me incredibly well. So first, taking 10 minutes a day to hold empty space in my mind. Many people call this meditation. For me, this is just opening my vortex, opening my brain, opening my heart to allowing God to speak into me, okay? So something I say at the beginning, always, is a prayer. God, source, my angels, give me the guidance that I'm needing in this moment. Keep me open to your wisdom and where I'm meant to serve. And what happens is if you truly listen, sometimes we think our mind is just chattering, but truly, oftentimes, it's actually God or your angels giving you sparks of what you're asking for. So just be open. I will turn on spa music on Spotify or on YouTube. But this is what I do to just allow myself to receive. This is also tapping into your feminine energy. Every man or woman has both masculine and feminine energy. So if you struggle with pulling into that feminine energy of receiving, this is a really good practice of allowing yourself to receive downloads, to receive these sparks, okay? So other ways is to move your body. If you follow me on social media, you know that this is a key component of my life. Please say that one more time. Okay, let's go back up. So this is my prayer. And I'll actually put this prayer into a graphic and I'll put it into our Facebook group, okay? So God, source, my angels, give me the guidance that I'm needing in this moment. Keep me open to your wisdom and where I'm meant to serve. And then you just listen. Okay? Okay, moving our body, getting your blood flowing. There is something brilliant that happens when you are starting to get your blood flowing. It actually moves stagnant energy. Okay? So when you can start to move that stagnant energy, you will start to realize like, wow, I get so many profound sparks throughout my workouts. Even if you're just going out for a walk, doesn't need to be strenuous, but moving your body for 20 minutes a day not only helps your physical health, but it literally will cleanse and open up your vortex for allowing anything to come through, okay? Nourishing your body with real food, getting enough rest, or spending time in pleasure. All of these tap you into your receiving energy. Okay. So these are all ways that you can handpick what speaks to you. But these are all ways that I am almost guaranteed to get some type of spark or clarity. Okay. Okay. You can always, too, ask for confirmations around sparks. So this is something that I do all the time is I ask for angel numbers. How many of you guys know about angel numbers? Put in the comments if you have a specific number, tap it into the comments. If you don't know anything about angel numbers, jump onto the Google and type in angel numbers. But for me, it's the repetitive 111, 222, 333, 444, right? So I will ask okay, because sometimes you'll get a spark and you're like, ooh, was that me? Was that my ego? Or is that you, God? Can you hook a sister up? I need some clarity behind this, especially when they're big, life-changing sparks. And we're going to talk about that, okay? But I always will say, okay, give me clarity. If this is meant for me to take action on, I want to hear from you, and I will see angel numbers. I will either ask for angel numbers. Sometimes I'll just get full body chills. Have you ever had that where you're literally, I'm getting full body chills and I don't even know why? Sometimes you'll get full body chills. Other times you'll get a irrefutable sign. Sometimes it'll be like a feather randomly where no feathers would be, right? Or sometimes it's a specific thing, a butterfly, an owl, a specific bird. Sometimes it's irrefutable signs. But the coolest part is if you ask, your angels are so excited to help you. I hope you can feel the energy of your angels being like, oh, she wants us to jump in, so excited, right? So you can ask for signs, you can ask for clarity. I love all of these, you guys. So many amazing angel numbers over here. Okay, yeah, Lori said for me, it's full body chills. Yeah. So what happens if we don't take action on our spark? So there's a level of awakening, awareness, and enlightenment that comes from every time you take action on a spark. This builds your confidence, this builds your courage, this builds momentum of trusting yourself. Think about the moments you have followed continuous sparks in your life where you're like, that totally built momentum in this area, whether it's a spark, I'm going to start to fuel my body with better food so I feel more energized. And feeling more energized led to finding workouts that you loved, led to finding a trainer that you love, led to going to a gym that you love, led to meeting your partner and starting to date. There's so many cool spark paths that you can probably trace back in your own life, right? So it builds confidence, it builds your courage, right? Yeah, Andy said it's like riding the wave. Absolutely. So, but this is the thing, is when you choose to ignore the sparks, you're actually choosing to stay in an unconscious state. This is an externalized energy where you tend to be uncomfortable. You feel like things are happening to you. You credit luck or chance for any success. Oh, I was lucky that one time, right? You don't truly believe that you can change your situation through your own efforts, which makes you feel hopeless or powerless in the face of difficult situations or challenges. It feels reactive and scary, like there are truly bears around every corner, right? This is the pain that comes from choosing to be unconscious. But the beauty of following your sparks is you step into the driver's seat of your life. You feel powerful. You feel in control no matter what the circumstances are around you. You take full accountability for your life. You're not looking for others to approve your life. You're trusting your own judgment, and you're laser focused on what you're here to create. And you feel confident in the face of challenges, and you're happier and more independent as you are achieving mind-blowing success in your pursuits. This is what happens when we recognize that the bear is a complete hologram, that it's not real. So I want you to start to tune into your own sparks. In the small moments when you feel that nudge to call a friend, to stop at the store, to smile at a stranger, to give the stranger a compliment, Start to trust yourself on these small actions. The moments where you would say, they might think I'm a little weird for being like, oh, I really like your hair. Or I think your shirt's really pretty. You know, they get to have their own experience, but guess what? You trusted your spark to speak forward, right? To take that action, to be willing to pay the price of being judged, right? The more you practice this, the more confidence you're going to gain. So this is actually just a small little scotch of some homework that I do want to give you guys, but I want you in your phone. This is what I do personally. I want you in your phone to start a new notes in your notes section. And I just label it my sparks. Okay. You guys, the comments are fire. I hope that those of you guys who are in here are reading these because you guys are literally right on point, right? Yes, your spark is just like that intuition, that like inner knowing, right? And you are not looking for anybody else to validate your life. It's true freedom, if I'm honest, right? So, okay, we're in your notes in your phone. In there, you're going to create a new note called My Sparks. And I want you to just start to write down the sparks you're getting throughout the day. And I want you to recognize, did you take action on it? Because it's one thing, even if you can start recognizing like, oh, I had that spark. I didn't take action on it, but I had it and I saw it, right? So did you take action on it? What was the outcome? What did you learn? And what would you do differently? And I'll type all this stuff up and I'll make sure you guys get it. But these are the things that I want you to start to track because you can start to see your pattern. You can start to see, oh, I did follow that spark and that did create that connection and that did catapult me into this conversation, which now is, doing this for my business, right? So you'll start to see it happen throughout, like how the cause and effect happens in your life, okay? So doing this starts to show you that you are receiving sparks throughout your day and calibrates you for your true aligned sparks. So what is an actual aligned spark? These are the big ones, okay? These are the sparks that come in and like shake you to your core, the ones that feel big, the ones that you are being called to do, but you're trembling because the bear feels so real and so scary. These are the ones that change the game and change your life. Launching the business, leaving the corporate job, moving to the new place, inviting him or her out for the first date, taking your partner away for the surprise dream vacation, walking away from the relationship that isn't serving you anymore, taking your health into your own hands. Every aspect of your life will have its own aligned sparks that come in. Now, I want to be 100% honest with you. Taking action on any aligned spark is going to require you to face the bear every single time. It will rock you to your core and you will feel it in your nervous system. It's the 10-minute sweaty conversation and finally owning your voice and speaking up where you normally would have held back. It's the allowing yourself to take uncertain action. It's the facing judgment when you believe others are completely going to judge you for this. It's the standing in your truth when others don't understand or agree. It's changing deep-rooted habits. It's being willing to look stupid or messy or wrong. The trick is to start to expect these feelings, these emotions, these triggers, and know how to diffuse them. Because when you can look behind the curtain and you can see the truth, the real truth, the people who love you will always allow you to speak your truth. No one is actually thinking that much about you as we think that they are. You are not going to die. You may look silly, but truthfully, nothing is more relatable than seeing the process of somebody going after a big dream. Being wrong isn't bad. It just means you tried something new and now have a deeper awareness of what's working for you. And remember, the bear isn't real. I also think it's important to recognize that our culture teaches us to constantly look outside of ourselves for awareness, for answers, for permission to move. Externalizing your ability to make big, bold moves will hold you in a vortex of paralysis, blame, shame, guilt, and being a victim of your circumstances and the people's opinions around you. This dissolves your power. What I am teaching you through this class is how to turn inward, how to block out the noise from others and from your own ego, the bear, how to truly trust what your heart and your soul is telling you is right for you, how to hold the pen and be the author of your own life, how to own your own happiness, your own abundance, and your own bliss. This is the power of the spark. And it's the foundational first step to truly manifesting the life of your dreams. Anything you desire can 100% be yours. I have seen this firsthand with all the success and abundance I have been able to manifest and co-create. But I want to share the most recent example with you guys of following my own spark in my own life. So we're becoming besties right now. I hope you guys know that, okay? So many of you guys know that I'm in an incredible new relationship, and we live in 2 different places, and we had a spark to purchase a property, and within a day found the perfect one. Everything about this home felt aligned. The energy of it, the pool, the area for the kids to play, it all was a full body yes. Do you guys know what I mean by full body yes? Like everything in your nervous system is like, this is a yes for me, right? And so we put in a full price offer. We're so excited. We're grounding in this whole process that we know works, but our offer wasn't accepted. And the bear showed up big time. So the bear for me in this experience was my ego saying the market's cooling. Rates are increasing. You're never gonna find a unicorn home. You're asking too much. With this market, you're gonna need to compromise. Maybe you should wait. Maybe you should just rent for the next year. See what happens with the market, right? How many times have we done that to ourselves? Maybe I should just wait because we hit an interaction with our bear. And you quickly recoil back. You're like, oh, maybe the bear's right. Shit. Do you feel the energy of staying small, of contracting, playing into the fear, being paralyzed, being disappointed, asking like, why did this not work? I'm not understanding, right? Do you see how the bear shows up? But here's the key. All of these things were externalized based in fear. So this was a critical moment for us to embody this work and to recalibrate. And like I said previously, putting ourselves into alignment. There are very specific practices that we can do to put ourselves back into alignment. Something that you may have seen me post is this or better. So when I feel that sting of disappointment, that gut check of, this isn't working, and normally things work out for me, I'm pretty confident in the way I manifest in life. And so to not have this come through in the ease and flow that I'm used to felt like a gut check. But I looked my boyfriend straight in the eyes, and he got his own spark and said, this or better. This or better, Key. And I agreed, this or better, because you know what? Sometimes we have our own plans for our life. Sometimes we think we know. We think we know how life should go. And God's plan is so vastly different, but it is so much better. And so I leaned in. I not only leaned into my own faith, but I leaned into his belief. And in full trust, I was guided to switch a few things on my search. And there she was, our dream home. Brand new, perfect location, perfect layout, perfect views, perfect pool, perfect energy, custom built, ready for us. Like God had taken our wish list, both things desired and spoken and unspoken, and hand delivered it to us. This is the power of trusting the process and the sparks you receive. This is why I have been called to share, because all of this is possible for you too. I want you to hold this energy with me for a minute. What if you had a set method to follow that allowed you to breathe life into your desires? What if you were able to anchor into a new way of embodying your truth of who you are and what you're here to create, that no longer felt like you were pretending or an imposter? What if you were able to ask God, your angels, your source, for what you truly want in life and surrender to allowing them to do the mechanics, to work out the mechanics for you? What if you knew in your soul that success, wealth, abundance of anything was inevitable in your life? What if as you made bold moves, you were able to heal stories that no longer served your expansion, that tethered you to the past beliefs that you know are no longer yours to hold? What if you could truly live a level 10 pinch me life now, today? I want you to fully embrace that you're here with me in this moment for a reason. Your timing in your life is perfect. You have taken steps to be the person you are today, the person you have become, and the ability to follow your heart and your desires are yours and yours alone. All of this is perfectly by design. So if this class spoke to you on a soul level, if this lit something up inside of you that's whispering, yes, thank you, this is it, then I want to invite you into my signature manifestation course, Dare. Dare to live a life you love. It's going to be a 5-day course, a full immersion, just like this, where I will walk you through how to tap into your deep desires, how to clearly ask for what you want, how to lean back and fully receive, and how to constantly expand your field of what's next for you in your life. There is time collapsing magic that happens when you calibrate to people who are truly embodying the work that they teach. And I'm proud to stand in front of you today and be a shining example of that. The things that would have taken years happen in just a blink because you energetically said yes to being in proximity to someone who has gone first. This is what happens when you're in my world. We move at quantum speeds based off of your desires. So I'm opening the doors to Dare today at a founding price for lifetime access to this course. The course, the modules, the private community, this pricing is going to be increasing over the next 2 weeks. To 11/11 will be the final landing point, okay? So the pricing may be your bear. It might be the thing that says, I've never invested that much into myself. It might be the thing that triggers you. It might be the thing that makes you feel like, I don't know if I can do this. Okay? So if this is a full body yes, I want you to claim your seat. Okay? But regardless of you continuing your expansion with me, I want to thank you deeply for spending this time with me, for allowing me to be a mentor, a guide, a friend, someone in your life who's helped to remind you of your own power. I hope you start to see your own sparks and the brilliance you're here to create. I love you guys. I'm so proud to be somebody who gets to be that in your life. I think that's it. And if I'm 100% honest with you guys, this class, this teaching was my bear. That's why this feels, there's so much energy behind this, because this is such a intimate practice for me. This is something that I have fully embodied and walked through the trenches to understand how to stare that bear straight in the eyes and say, we're safe. We can do this. So in this webinar, you guys should see under offers the course. It's 5 days. You will always get the recordings. You guys get an exclusive offer today. We will also be emailing this out to you. The exclusive offer for $555 today only lasts through Tuesday, and it's going to jump up to $777. So if it's something that you want to stay in my world, you want to truly understand how I manifest the most incredible life, the process behind it, the how behind it, come and join me. It's incredible. It's not mine. It was a gift, a spark, a massive aligned spark given to me to deliver to you. So I'm going to jump over there. Let me know. We have about 5 minutes. You guys, I did so good staying on time with this. But Morgan says, I'm buying a seat now. No questions. I love you. Yeah, this is, Jen, if you didn't learn something during this class, you might want to watch the replay, sweet girl. Yeah, there is so much about understanding the bear and how it plays in your life. Okay. Thanks, Victoria. You guys are so welcome. That's going to be an incredible experience. Thanks, Lori. You guys, these comments, so sweet. This is like birthing a baby. Thanks, Tara. So many beautiful nuggets in here. You're welcome. Nicole, the visualization of the forest and bear was everything. So insightful. Thanks, Morgan. Love you. Yeah. Those of you guys who get it, get it. I will tell you, I will pay to be at the table, to have a seat at the table with people who I know are embodying the work that I'm ready to do. For sure. It's just an energetic exchange. Some people will be ready, some people won't, and it's okay. I trust that God has me and has those of you guys who are ready for it. Yeah. Jenna, the recording to this will be popped in there. Each class is an hour, and then we'll have a Q&A at the end too. And there will be an extended offer too in there to work more intimately with me. Yeah. Yeah. Ashley, you get it. Those of you who can get it, get it. Okay. I love you guys so much. The link is in here if you need it. I will be emailing it out to you guys too. Join the Facebook group. That's where this recording will be in there. There isn't a payment plan. It's just a paid in full because it's an easy, simple transaction. So yeah. What time of day? The times will be announced. These will all be recorded too, just so you know, and you have lifetime access to it. And this founder's price will never be this price again. So yeah. Feel free to jump in. You can always email us if you have any questions, but if it's the right timing, it's the right timing. I trust you. I trust your emotional intelligence. I trust what you are doing with your life. And I trust if we're meant to connect right now, we're meant to connect. And I just love you guys. Thank you for holding this space with me. Facebook group is Align Spark. Jenny, that's a great question. She said, for those who don't have Facebook, how do we access the recordings? The recordings will be like this. So there'll actually be a webinar link. And then it'll be uploaded into the Facebook group just because of the amount of people. Yeah. It'll either be webinar or Zoom. So it won't be on Facebook, believe me. I have the same energy towards that. Oh, Sarah, I love you. Joy, I can't wait. I'm going to be celebrating every single one of you guys who are joining in too. Like just you wait. Love you, love you. Michelle, can't wait to have you in my world. This is truly the thing, is you guys bring just as much value to my world as I bring to yours. I can feel your energy. I can feel those of you guys who are open portals for the next level of where you're meant to go. It's such a gift to me. I'm so excited, Annie. It's going to be awesome. Like, the thing I love about this course is so many manifestation courses I've taken, teachers I've learned from. It's like, just close your eyes and pretend like you're there. Feel the energy of it. This takes the imposter syndrome out. The way that I will have you go through this specific method, you will be like, holy cow, I can create anything. And it feels like me. The authenticity behind it is a full body energy, because nothing will calibrate you quicker to the next level of you than you. Yes. So Andrea asked a good question. Does DARE stand for something? Yes. DARE stands for desire, ask, receive, expand. So we are going to be diving deep into the how-tos behind all of these. And trust me, this has been a practice that I've not only walked myself through, but a handful of specific clients, and the results are mind-blowing. Oh, I love that. Joy said, I can hang out with you all day, every day. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of people who struggle with imposter syndrome. It's definitely an energy. And this process will help you discard that. Yeah, lifetime access. This is what's amazing about this, is this can be utilized in every aspect of your life, not just business, not just relationships, not just your personal health, like every aspect of your life. So yeah. All right, my sweet friends. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of this experience with me. And I will see you guys over in the DARE Hangout, and we'll be expanding over there together. Cool? Love you, love you. Mwah. Thank you, guys.